Welcome back, guys. Just wanted to, first of all, apologize for being again missing in action. I've had two very big projects. One was a Heather Hardy video live concert, and the other one I was doing pictures for a school. So I was completely busy. So well, it's time to get started on the next lottery game. All right, guys, here we go. Well, let's start with the last prediction that I did, which is for the October 16th, 2021, and this was the last results. And let's have a look at the results for this because it was actually pretty good. And the next one and the next one after that was actually also pretty good too. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play them, obviously, but it was interesting how it developed. All right, so. Start with October 16th, and the first thing we'll do is we'll remove all the arrows and have a look at the results for the October 16th, which is 9, 11, 13, 22, 23, and 33. All right, what we'll do is we'll focus on the target first and see whether or not Mrs. Jones actually did pretty well in this one, because she's been good with the targets. She does hit them, but she has not hit a bullseye in a while. So this one, let's have a look at how the results turned out. Actually, I did pretty good with this one because of the fact that I chose 10 and 13. And let's have a look at the how she did. All right, so the first one, there we go, 9, 11 on that second target. And 13, there you go. So she finally did hit the target, and if you look at the number 10, it was pretty close, 9 and 11. So I did get 2 out of this, so that was pretty good. All right, so let's also have a look at the rest of the results here, and look at the splitters. This is actually pretty cool. Now the splitters, you got a chance of hitting, right on, or it will be off by 1. And here it did hit 8. I beg your pardon, it came close to 8. So there's your 1 off, right? All right, so let's go to the second one, which is number 11. And there you go for the splitters. You'll notice that it did hit right on at 11. All right, and there we also didn't hit anything elsewhere. But that splitters, I'm telling you guys, really does well. All right, and the next one is the number 13, and if you notice that long line of numbers just below the target, I did say that it was either going to hit, and you're going to have either 1 or 2 that's going to be off by 1. So there's your number 14, which was off by 1, and nowhere else. I don't see it really anywhere else. All right, so let's go to the very next one. And there you go, the number 22 and 23. And if you notice, again, the first thing you want to do is focus on that line just underneath the targets. And again, you got 22, which is off by 1, and 23, which hits right on. And also, you'll notice it did kind of hit on the 4 times missed. And it also missed on the patterns, right? So 2 of those lines did hit. All right, so I'm going to make this one interesting, guys. So let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll remove all the ones that it hit, and we'll look at the October 20th results here, right? And you'll notice here, first of all, that you have in the patterns the long line of numbers, and also the one that was heavily due at this point, it would have been outrageous if it did not hit any of these numbers, which is the 6 times missed patterns, 37, 39, 41, and 43, and at this point it was 7 times missed, right? So let's have a look at the result, and there you go, you got your number 43. So it did hit number 43. Let's go to the very next one, which is number 44, and there's your long line. And again, very rarely have I seen it missed this long line of numbers twice, and it did hit. So you got your 44, and look at that, guys. The long patterns right there. It hit 12, so that was pretty good, and also two other lines of patterns there, right? And oh, right, there you go. Look, I just missed another 43 there. So there you go. And so we'll go to the next number there, number 14, and you'll realize that this literally cleared out a lot right here, right? All right, so let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll remove that, and now we're left with 3 lines here, right? So one is 34, 36, 38, and 40, 36, 38, 40, and 42, and of course you got the 1, 3, 5, and 7. Now we got 2 numbers here that do match, so the probability and the fact that it's already 4 times missed, and at this point it's 5 times missed, you probably want to focus on that 34, 36, 38, and 40, and if you match it with the the one that missed down in the patterns there, you're left with 3 numbers, which is 36, 38, and 40. And what does it hit? Let's have a look at the next set of numbers here, and there you go, guys. So 38 did hit, and that clears that up. All right. Now look at this. We have 1, 3, 5, and 7 that's left behind. What do you think, guys? Do you think that's going to hit this next game? 1, 3, 5, and 7. Well, let's have a look at the rest of the results. All right. So this is going to be the result for October 27, 2021, and what we'll do is we'll place the 1, 3, 5, and 7 on the highest probability. I'm not going to go and do 6 times or anything like that. I'll just put in the highest probability, and then I'll separate them with lines. So we'll go to the second highest and the third highest, and so on and so forth, right? And if you the first thing we'll probably want to focus on is the result for October 23rd. Which is the 20, 23, 25, 30, 38, and 41. And understand that, one of these numbers possibly can hit, and one will be off by 1, or 2 of these numbers possibly could be off by 1. And there's a rarity, but it does happen. Sometimes 2 of the numbers do hit, right? So focus on that 20, 23, 25, 30, 38, and 41, all right? All right, so let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll put in the new target, which goes from 7 through 11, 36 through 40, all right? And then let's go ahead, and these are the numbers that, you can pretty much say overdue. Again, there's a probability like the last time, and the time before that, and the time before that, where one of these numbers has a good possibility of hitting, and and 1 or 2 of these numbers will be off by 1. And because we're only down to 6 results, the chances are it would probably be 1 that would hit and 1 that would be off by 1. The other thing that I would also focus on is that 28, 29, 36, 37. So if there is a chance that a number is either going to repeat or be off by 1, these are the 2 sets of numbers I would actually focus on: 28, 29, 36, and 37. All right. So now let's have a look at, this is the new long line of numbers, which is 13 through 18. And again, if you remembered in the past, it generally comes in toward this number that's cold, this long line of numbers that's cold, and wants to hit, but at the same time wants to miss it, right? So you'd probably again want to, choose a 13 or an 18. So you want to kind of stay on the outside edge. And kind of leave it out there, right? So 13 or 18 for the long line of numbers, all right? All right, now let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll have a look at the other sets of numbers. There you got your 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then of course 6, 8, and 1, 3. All right, so here's the thing. So the highest probability I definitely focus on, but also notice, guys, that we also have a long line of numbers that's being missed, which is the 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So I would really pay attention to that, guys. It's 1, 3, 5, or 7. I'm gonna have to say, choose one of those. Definitely choose one of those. And if you look at that first target, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, it does hit that, right? So I'd probably go in that direction, right? All right, so let's go to the patterns for this particular game, and look at that very long one again. It's the 10 through 20. Again, put some attention. Really, I'll pay attention to that one. So it's looking more like it's gonna be 7 and 10. Something kind of weird like that. From what I see in front of me here. All right, so now let's go to the splitters. This is the all reliable splitters, and we actually don't have anything that's really matching except for that 12-15 with the 11-14, but nothing above that. So definitely pay attention to these guys. Just like the last game, one hit and one was off by one. In fact, one hit and two were off by one. Again, if you kind of do a comparison with that patterns, it's a little bit remarkable there, where you got that 10 with that 11, that 14. So it's all within that kind of range. Again, and the other thing too is look at the patterns that's missed with a long line, which is a 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So I would definitely pay attention to that also. All right, so let's go to something which I'm basically going to add this in, because this is really a big deal, guys. Can't be ignored. All right, so I'm going to tell you right now, these are heavily due. The 4, 5, 6, 7, the 34, 35, 36, 37. And then you've got a line there which has the 35, 36, 37, and the 6, 7. Now, do not choose both of those, right? So you're either going to go one like a 35, 36, 37 with maybe like a 5, 8, all right? Something that's going to be off by one, or you choose 6 or 7 with a 34 and a 38, something along those lines, right? And then that should give you, again, a good probability of hitting, one or two of these numbers, all right? All right, guys, I'm gonna get this thing rushed through to you guys, because it's been taking a while, obviously, and hopefully, some of you guys are gonna be able to see this before before the lottery game tonight. All right. Don't forget, press the subscribe button, and man, good luck. All right, good luck with this one, and I'll do my best when I'm busy to try to slip another video in. All right, guys. Good luck, and have a good week.